Hey guys, it's LEGO Boy Z3. Today I have a quick unboxing from the Cubicle. So here we go, let's just go ahead and get into this package here. This was sent over by the Cubicle, I'm not really sure what is in it. Here is the first cube. It looks like it is some sort of custom made cube because it's in this custom made box that's not a retail box. And then we also have this cube, which looks like it's an MF3RS, which is, I think, from a sub-brand of MoYu. Okay, yeah, so it looks like the sub-brand is MoFang JiaoShi, and this 3x3 is in a line of cubes called Cubing Classroom, and I think they have like a 2x2 through 5x5 or something like that. So first, let's just open up the normal puzzle here. So it looks like we have just a 3x3, it's not wrapped in any plastic or anything, that's kind of nice actually. So this is a budget cube. I've heard that it's actually like really good, like probably the best budget cube you can get, at least the original version of this cube. And yeah, it already seems like a very solid cube, like it could even be like a speed cube. Yeah, the feeling of it is actually really interesting. If you just turn one side, it's actually like incredibly smooth, like no bumps whatsoever. But when you're turning it like this, it feels a little bit more bumpy, like a little bit more crunchy almost, like pretty loud actually too. But I do like it, it feels kind of nice. When you're just turning like this, it feels like definitely not solid. It feels like the pieces are just kind of going all over the place, not really staying into a cubic form. I feel like magnets could definitely help this puzzle, which we're going to see in about a minute here. The performance isn't that crazy. Can't really do 45 at these tensions, although I feel like the tensions could be a little bit looser, and it could still work out fine. But yeah, it does do the basic stuff. It has pretty good reverse corner cutting, actually. Yeah, I feel like if you were to loosen this cube a little bit, it would get quite a bit better, and if you were to lubricate it, of course, it would get that much better too. Compared to another budget speed cube like the Guanlong, this is the newer Guanlong actually. This one feels just a lot cheaper in general. The performance is pretty comparable, but at the same time, this one is a lot looser than this one right now. Yeah, this one feels like it just has a lot of potential. It feels like you could loosen it, make it better. And being a budget $8 speed cube, I definitely can see this being viable for some beginners who just want a decent cube and don't want to pay a whole ton of money. I mean, yeah, it's a really good cube. You can't really go wrong with a cube like this. Anyway, let's take a look at a magnetic version of this cube, which I think is what is in this box here, if we can get it open. Ooh, yeah, it's actually white and stickerless. So it has the Cubicle Labs logo, so that's pretty interesting. Never actually gotten a Cubicle Labs cube. The only cube I've gotten from the Cubicle that was custom made was a Cubicle Premium cube back a long time ago. So yeah, let's just try it out. Ooh, it has a lot of lube in it right now. Right out of the box, it just kind of feels gummy, but I think that's just as I work in the lube. I don't think anyone has ever even solved this cube before, so that probably would make sense. Oh yeah, as the lube is getting worked in, it's actually turning out a lot better. It's getting a lot faster as I turn it and as I drop it. And the magnets just kind of seem to snap into place. Yeah, that's actually making it a whole lot more stable, a whole lot easier to turn faster than on the original cube. And it kind of just gives it an entirely different feel. Like this one just kind of feels a little bit clicky, kind of clacky as you turn it around. Whereas this one just feels incredibly smooth while still retaining the performance of the original. In fact, this one, oh yeah, the performance is a whole lot better on this one because it's been set up and loosened a little bit compared to that one. Oh yeah, this one's a lot better. That's like the same thing that most of the high-end speed cubes can do, honestly. Yeah, I honestly can't really find any faults with the performance of this cube. Like, it's actually just really good. It feels like any sort of high-end speed cube. It's basically what I described earlier in the video, but made a lot better through the magic of magnets as well as setting up from the Cubicle. So yeah, it's actually really good. The one problem I would say with this cube is that there are probably better options out there in the same price range. This is like $20 some, and in that range you can get something like a Volk or a GTS. And yeah, they're not going to be magnetic, but at the same time, I don't know if they would be better than this cube or not. This one definitely could beat out those puzzles in some cases, but in other cases, I'm not really sure. I guess if you really like the turning style of the MF3RS and you just want a better option that's set up better, then this could be a good option. Maybe too if you want a magnetic cube that turns really, really well and you want it as cheap as possible because like the Volk 3M costs like $50 or something like that. I guess this is probably the cheapest magnetic cube that you can get fully custom set up. So yeah, I guess I could see it making sense for some people, but nonetheless it is still a really good cube. Even the budget version of it right here is still a very good cube, probably the best cube you can get for $8. So yeah, I would recommend this if you are like on a budget, and maybe this cube if you want like a really budget magnetic cube that's still going to be really, really good and set up really, really well. You probably want to look at some other options like maybe a GTS 2M because that's also in the same price range, except it's not going to be set up nearly as well as this cube. But yeah, it still is pretty good even though it has a very basic mechanism, as you can see here. Kind of just looks like a basic speed cube, but it actually turns out really well. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.